The Legend of the Guarani Bird, a Brazilian folktale. In the heart of the Amazon rainforest, there was a small village named Aruana. The village was surrounded by lush greenery, the melodious sounds of the forest, and the majestic Amazon River flowing nearby. The villagers lived in harmony with nature, relying on the forest for food, medicine, and shelter. Among the villagers was a young boy named Tupa. Tupa was known for his curiosity and his deep love for nature. He spent his days exploring the forest, learning the ways of the animals, and listening to the stories of the elders. His favorite story was the legend of the Guarani bird, a magical creature that was said to protect the forest and its inhabitants. According to the legend, the Guarani bird was once a beautiful young girl named Ayara. Ayara was known for her kindness and her beautiful voice. She would sing to the trees, the rivers, and the animals, bringing peace and happiness wherever she went. The forest spirits were so enchanted by her voice that they decided to transform her into a magical bird, so she could continue to protect the forest forever. One sunny morning, as Tupa was wandering near the river, he heard a soft, melodious singing. The sound was so enchanting that it drew him deeper into the forest. He followed the song until he reached a clearing where he saw a magnificent bird perched on a branch. The bird had shimmering blue feathers, bright green eyes, and a golden beak. It was the Guarani bird. Tupa watched in awe as the bird sang a beautiful melody that seemed to make the trees sway and the flowers bloom. He remembered the legend and realized that he was in the presence of the magical protector of the forest. Summoning his courage, he stepped forward and spoke to the bird. "Guarani bird," he said, "I am Tupa from the village of Aruana. I have heard many stories about you and your magical powers. Is it true that you protect the forest and its creatures?" The bird stopped singing and looked at Tupa with her bright green eyes. "Yes, young Tupa," she replied in a gentle voice. "I am Ayara, the Guarani bird. I watch over the forest and all who live here. What brings you to my clearing?" Tupa explained how he had always felt a deep connection to the forest and how he wanted to help protect it. "The forest is our home," he said. "We rely on it for everything. I want to learn how to protect it, just like you do." The Guarani bird was touched by Tupa's sincerity and love for nature. She decided to take him under her wing and teach him the ways of the forest. Over the next few weeks, Tupa and the Guarani bird spent the days together. She showed him how to speak to the trees, understand the animals, and use the plants for medicine. One day, as they were exploring a particularly dense part of the forest, they came across a group of men cutting down trees. Tupa's heart sank as he saw the destruction they were causing. The Guarani bird turned to him with a serious expression. "Tupa," she said, "the forest is in danger. These men do not understand the importance of the trees and the balance of nature. We must find a way to stop them and protect our home." Tupa nodded determinedly. "What can we do, Guarani bird?" The bird thought for a moment and then said, "We need to show them the magic and beauty of the forest. If they can see what we see, they might understand and change their ways." Together, Tupa and the Guarani bird devised a plan. That night, they visited the camp of the men and left small gifts of fruit, flowers, and herbs, along with notes explaining the importance of each one. The men were puzzled by the gifts but intrigued by the notes. They started to pay more attention to the forest around them. The next day, as the men prepared to cut down more trees, they heard a beautiful, haunting melody. It was the Guarani bird singing. Mesmerized, they followed the sound to the clearing where Tupa stood with the bird. The men watched in awe as the bird sang and the forest seemed to come alive around her. Tupa stepped forward and spoke to the men. "This is Ayara, the Guarani bird," he said. "She is the protector of the forest. The trees, the rivers, and the animals are all connected. If you destroy the forest, you destroy the home of countless creatures and the balance of nature." The men listened, their hearts moved by the song and Tupa's words. They realized the harm they were causing and decided to stop cutting down the trees. Instead, they offered to help the villagers protect and care for the forest. The news of the men's change of heart spread quickly, and soon other villages and groups joined in the effort to preserve the Amazon rainforest. Tupa continued to learn from the Guarani bird, becoming a wise and respected guardian of the forest. Under their care, the forest flourished, and the bond between the people and nature grew stronger. Years passed, and Tupa grew into a strong and knowledgeable young man. He became a leader in his village, always working to protect the forest and teach others about its importance. The legend of the Guarani bird and the boy who loved the forest became a cherished story, passed down through generations. Answer: the spirit of Ayara, the Guarani bird, continued to watch over the Amazon, her song a reminder of the beauty and magic of nature, and the power of one young boy's love and determination to protect it. This story, deeply rooted in the rich traditions and folklore of Brazil, reminds us of the importance of living in harmony with nature and the powerful impact one individual can have in preserving our world's natural wonders.